Hello everybody, my name is Wilder, and today we're going to do something a little bit different, but super exciting in my opinion. Recently I got contacted by a company called Extreme Rate, and they said they wanted to send me some cool stuff to play around with, as long as I made a video on it. Now if you haven't heard of Extreme Rate before, they deal in video game accessories, most notably for your controllers. They make front and back plates for controllers like the PS4 or the, well, Nintendo Switch Pro controller. They also have plates for the Joy-Cons and the Nintendo Switch itself, which look really, really cool. I'll put a bunch of pictures on screen for you to see. They look really, really cool. They contacted me and they said they wanted to send me something of my choosing, as long as I made a video about it. So I picked a face and back plate for my Nintendo Switch Pro controller. I picked the brushed silver plate because I thought it looked so cool. So we're going to unbox it, we're going to install it, and then we're going to play a game and test it out and see if it actually does feel really great like all the reviews on their site at Amazon says. By the way, if you want any links to Extreme Rate stuff, there are links in the description of this video, so go check them out because they have a lot of cool stuff. You might find something you like. And according to all their reviews, they have some very high quality stuff. So we're going to unbox this, set it up, play with it, see what it actually is like. So I know that I don't usually do videos like this, but they contacted me and they said they wanted to send me this, and I thought it would be really cool to actually do. Now, I haven't actually opened this yet. Oh, hey, comes with a little tool set. Look at all the tiny screws. I am notorious for losing screws. Trust me. Okay, and here we have the actual face and back plate. I picked this one because honestly, I thought it looked the coolest. I love this one so much. Can you open? Ooh, bubble wrap. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the bubble wrap. Alright, let's take a look and see if this looks as good as it does in the picture. Oh, it already does. Dude, it already looks as good as it does in the picture. They had some really cool ones for the, wow. They had some really cool ones for the Pro controller, but this one was honestly my favorite. It looks so cool. Look at that. Look at that. That is awesome. And here is the faceplate. Look at that. Ooh. Okay, one thing I have to mention. It says for all of these that they are soft touch. I was like, okay, yeah, sure. Because I was very confused as to what they meant by soft touch. This feels plush. Dude, that's so soft. How do they do this? I know nothing about this. I just think it's cool. I've never done this before. But I'm going to follow a tutorial that they have on their YouTube channel, which link is also in the description in case you do need a tutorial for this. Ooh, whoop. Cool, well hey, I know it's working now because the grip, the handle on the grip just slid out. Whoa, check that out. Cool, I've never seen the inside of a Pro controller before. It's cool, I've never taken it apart before. Alright, so now we're going to go for these 4 screws here. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna go take these off. Oh wow. Okay, this was much easier than these 2 little black screws over here. But all you missed was me taking the back plate off, which we got off, and there's the battery. And then I had to take apart 4 screws, or not 5 screws. 1 here, 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 and here. Then this comes off like this, and we can see the inside of the controller, which is super cool. It looks really cool. Now, just a note, when you're taking this off the front plate, after you've gotten rid of all of these screws in the back here, the front is not, and I repeat, not gonna come off easily. Trust me, 100%. It's not gonna come off easily. I was actually pretty afraid of how hard I was forcing to take it off, but it came off perfectly. Like, it's going to take a lot of pressure to take it off. Don't worry, you're not breaking it. You just need to basically rip it off, you know, with a little caution. But, yeah, you know. So here's the inside of the controller. Dude, this is crazy cool. I really like how this looks. So I'm going to take these tweezers and very carefully I'm gonna pull this little tab, this little black tab here, and I'm gonna pull it down. And that lets this come right out. Easy, like that. So now we're gonna come here. We have more screws to take off. Oh, easy. These are coming off easy. It was only the black screws in the very beginning on the outside of the controller that didn't come off easy. Like Nintendo I mean, Nintendo doesn't want their like $60 to $80 controller to break easily, you know? So those screws had a hard time coming out, but these ones are easy. The rest have been so easy. Alright, so I took all those screws off, and this entire thing just comes right off. Be very careful though, because there is a little ribbon here that you want to keep attached. So just be careful about that. But yeah, here is the here's the Pro Controller. I meant to take those out first. Sorry. Whoops. Alright, so obviously, as you can probably already tell right now, you want to take out the little rubber that is in here, and you want to take out all of the buttons. Now that that's done, it's time to put on the new plate. So they actually have little grooves here. Well, these four do anyway, to kind of let you know if you're putting them in the right place and in the right direction, so they're not upside down. But this is the faceplate that matches this, the brushed silver. So now we're going to take this very carefully, and we're going to just plop it back on top. We took out the screws here, 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 and here. So we're gonna put them back in. Okay, so I got this screwed down in, and you just have to carefully put the ribbon back in. All I did was lift the black part up again, put the ribbon in. It's not gonna snap in, you gotta close it on it. That's what I did. Hopefully that's right. It was pretty easy to put back on, and now we're just gonna put the rest of this back on. So this is obviously just sitting here for right now, but this looks really cool already. I'm really happy with how it looks. So now I'm actually going to, whoops, I just hit the camera. So now I'm actually going to put it on, but like it's just sitting here for now. It already looks cool. All right, so I got the faceplate on. Looks nice, it feels nice. And now I'm gonna put the back plate on to connect these two so that this stops sitting up. Ooh, did you hear that? That was a nice snap. That snapped in nicely. All right, back plate's done. So now all that's left is to put these on. And these fit kind of awkwardly, just in general. It almost feels like they don't fit when you're putting them on. You just gotta push. Like, that's it. Oh, that looks so cool. All right, hold on. Before I take a look at this, I'm gonna actually screw this in. So 1 second. These screws, these are the long black screws that were in here. These are the first screws we tackled. These were the hardest to get out, and so far, they're also the hardest screws to get in. Oh, done. Had a few problems going through. Had to stop recording a little bit. Camera stopped recording. The only problems I had with putting this together is I was a little afraid of doing some things, and I was a little afraid that I had did some things wrong, only because when you're putting it back together with the new plate, it really feels like you didn't tighten anything. Like, you know, I put like 5 screws in the middle, and then everything was loose. Like, everything was loose. And I was like, okay. So I was afraid I did something wrong, and the more I started putting on, the tighter everything got. Which, maybe that's obvious, but hey, this is coming from someone who is very new. This is the first time I've ever taken apart a controller, let alone replaced the faceplates. So this is the first time I've ever done this. Keep that in mind. But the further that I went in putting things on and back together, the tighter everything got. So if you're gonna put one of these together, my advice is don't worry about it until it's done, honestly. If you're doing something wrong, it's probably gonna be immediately apparent. This was not very difficult. It's just time consuming, that's all. If you're new at this especially. If you're really good at this, if you've done this before, it probably won't take you very long. But me, someone who's new at it, very time consuming. Just looking at this right now, this looks so cool. It looks cool, it feels soft, which I'm still not over it. I love this. I love this so much. So here's what we took off. Here's the original, right? The front plate, back plate. As much as I do love the Pro Controller's original design, like the see-through up front, as cool as I think it is, this beats it by a long shot. This is very cool. I never ever bought any of this for myself, because 1, I've never done it before, and 2, I just didn't know if I would like it. So when I was contacted, I was actually pretty excited, and I'm very glad. I would definitely buy one of these now, because I've done it, and I know I'll like it. There's a lot of different styles, a lot of different patterns if you're interested. Links are all down in the description. But for now, these buttons feel fine. They all feel good, and it's still lighting up, so that's a good plus. So what we're gonna do now is we're actually gonna jump into a Switch game, and we're gonna play with this controller, and I'm gonna let you know how it feels to play with it, because just because it feels good in my hands doesn't mean it's gonna feel good on the Switch. I hope it does, and I'm pretty sure it will. So let's go test it out, shall we? Well, the gyro controls work. So I'm in Fire Emblem Three Houses, and I'm gonna test out how the controller feels. So far the control sticks feel fine. The buttons feel pretty good too. They do feel a little different. Maybe that's just because of taking the entire controller apart and then putting it back in. It feels pretty good though. But as far as I can tell, there really is no difference. Like, it feels really nice. I mean, obviously when you're taking apart an entire controller and then you're putting it back together, there might be some, problems caused by taking it apart, like buttons might not be aligned or anything. But as far as I can tell, I don't have any of those problems. All my buttons feel fine. The control sticks feel nice. These feel really good. Like, I'm actually kind of surprised. I thought that it was going to feel a little awkward because I was going to do something wrong, or because the faceplate being on it would make these buttons feel like I had to press harder. But no, this feels completely fine. It feels like it did before I even took it apart, and the big plus is that now I get this really soft touch faceplate and backplate, which feels amazing. Like, I can't get over it. So I'm going to do one more test, a little more of a stress test. So let's switch games. So I just jumped into Smash really quickly. This is going to really tell me if there's a problem or not. I don't usually play with a Pro Controller, but I'm not a stranger to the Pro Controller in Smash. But this is going to tell me if there's actually a real problem. Okay, so far, from what I can tell, it's good. I mean, I don't feel any problems. I'm not used to playing this game with a Pro Controller, but like I said, I'm no stranger to it. I know how it should feel. So far this feels really, really good. It feels just like the Pro Controller actually does, which surprises me a lot, actually. I wasn't sure what was going to happen when I put this on, but yeah, I'm actually pretty blown away. It looks cool. It's nice. I'm not taking this off, probably ever. So yeah, big thank you to Extreme Rate for sending me this. It is absolutely amazing. It's super high quality too. I agree with all the reviews. If you'd like to get yourself one of these, there are links in the description to all of the links that you will need for these. You can get them for, again, PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, Pro Controller, and the Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons, and again, the Switch itself. So if you want any, you just want to go take a look, you want to see what's up, go in the links down in the description. If you want the video that I used to set this up, that link will also be in the description. One more huge big thank you to Extreme Rate. This is really cool. Thank you so much for sending this to me. I really, really appreciate it. It works well, it looks good. 10 out of 10, honestly. So I hope you like this video. It was a little different than my normal videos, but I had a lot of fun doing this. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like. Let me know what you think about this down in the comments. Do you think it's cool? Do you like it? Would you get one yourself? Let me know down below. I want to give one huge, huge thank you to all my patrons. Their names are down in the description. They are amazing, and I couldn't do what I do without them. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next one.